My name is Professor Mary Murimi, the founder of Top of the Hill Girls Junior and Senior School. I'm standing at the place, a homestead, where I grew up. As I grew up, I went to a primary school where I was the only girl. And I went to school with boys, but there was no girl. That is not representative of the whole Kenya. But this place was so rural and had such few schools that, and the culture had not changed, that girls were not a priority in terms of going to school. My father, on the other hand, believed in that all his children should go to school, whether you're a boy or a girl. Growing up, when I went to primary school was free. And so it was just a matter of going to school. I really thought at that point I was disadvantaged because I went to school with only boys and no girls. However, at one point I caught up with the love of education and I started doing very well. When I was admitted at a high school, my father, who was only a driver, could not afford to pay for my school in high school. And at that point, he went to his boss and said, if you pay tuition for my daughter, I will work for you for free. So for 4 years, my father invested in education of a girl and I did not get a salary. He never demanded that I owed him anything. But knowing how education was good, I started encouraging my siblings, and because of that motivation and the vision of my father, as a household of 11 children, whoever wanted to school was able to go to school as much as they could. Think about it, if you can, with me. A family of 11 children with only a father who gets 30 Kenya shillings per month, our trajectory was to be poor. But because of education, that trajectory has changed. We therefore, in my family, I am the first of 11 children. I'm a professor from Texas Tech University. I have a brother who has been a driver. I have sisters that are nurses, businesswomen, and a brother who is an engineer. In other words, education opened the doors that no other way could have opened. Later on, my father wanted to give me a piece of land, and apparently he gave me a homestead because we moved from here. And I told my father, you gave me everything through high school. You don't need to give me a piece of land. But I told him, if you did, and if I was in Kenya, I would use that piece of land to build a school for girls. I know I can't help the girls that were my age mates, but this school can change the trajectory of their grandchildren. Therefore, this school is here to help the community, to change the girl child, whether they can afford and whether they can't afford. We have scholarships we are giving for students, girl students with merit that can't afford it. And those who can afford, we are encouraging them because my father had to give up salary for 4 years. So poverty is not a barrier to education and the life that comes after that. We are beating poverty. We are beating the concept of poverty. We are beating reliance. We are harvesting the ability there is in a will. And therefore, when I look at the girls that did not go to school with me, their children are still around. Their children have not gone to school. You educate a girl, you have educated the boy, you have educated the girl, because the mother will bring the boy child saying education is important. Education is not the answer of our society, but integrity with education and godliness will get us places. We want to bring up girls of character. Girls that will teach their children when they are small that corruption is wrong. Girls that will teach their children that you can get all the education and very good education, but go back to your community and build them. Because I'm doing that by example. I'm here not to get rich. I'm here to help girls, and those girls will help the others. We just happened to come at the year of CBE. The nation, the teachers are confused. But that is my expertise. At the university, at my training, I'm a trainer of teachers. And I know that competence-based education says you know the theory and you know how to apply it. And for the top of the hill, we are going to be able to teach our children to be practical, to be theoretical, to be of integrity. We are going to look at the values that make people succeed. Success does not come by corruption, by stealing, by cheating, but is integrity. And therefore, we are confident that the girls that will come from this school will change the world. A girl that is going to change the world does not need to go in a poor school. I want by the time they reach here, they look at that building, they say it is possible for me. I want the classes, we are using a lot of daylight, we are using solar, we will have a garden, we will have all types of practical activities. Not only so, we are partnering with industries so that our girls during the break, they'll be doing internships of the area that they want to grow, to get their education. In other words, we are doing what we call individualized education. We are going to know the girl. We are going to know where she should be, not on just any education, but education that aligns with her talents and with her competence. We are also helping the girls in the dorm. It's also a beautiful place to be. We want to show them quality, and we want them to be comfortable and to have all the resources they need to make a difference. And so the motive behind this school is to provide education to girls, education of quality, education that will make them compete at the 21st century with the marketing, with the men and women. And so that is the motivation behind this. Well, the girl is the person that God trusted for the life of a child, for basically the first 7 years. After that, you can't change that child. And so the power of a woman is in that nurturing, is in that ability to be with the child, bring up the child, influence the child when the child doesn't even know they're being influenced. And if we can equip them this early, when they're married, it's too late. When they go to college, it's too late. This is the time to influence them, to empower them, for them to know they are able to bring a child, a girl child, a boy child, and change the society. If 7-year-old said corruption is bad, if 7 years old thought handworking is a virtue, if 7 years old thought that cheating is wrong, our society would be changed and we would go very far. Not only that, if 7 years old could see their mother demonstrate one cow with good entrepreneurial skills, one cow can feed them and take them to school, because that's what we are going to teach them, we can make a difference. If we taught women to be leaders, they can lead their homes, they can lead their community, because they interact with men and women in the community more often than men. And I think empowering the woman is the way to go. One, I love education. I just love education. And not just that, I am a born-again Christian. So the mixture of education and the fear of the Lord and the love of the Lord, and you can't love God without loving his people. You can't love God without obeying him. That combination has influenced my philosophy. And so you will notice I don't call this a Christian school, because it's not the labels, it's who we are. It's not the name. It's not a marketing thing. But here we are going to learn how to respect man and respect and love God. And so that is a big influencer in my life. Oh wow! The name of my father. One of these days, but if you come in May 5th, you will see his name on this building. We have not named the buildings yet, but he is late. Joseph Runanu Wamaria. 11 children, and I'm the first of 11 children. This is the interesting thing. People keep telling me, oh, you need to give the boys a chance. I'm a mother of 3 boys and 1 girl, a grandmother of 6 boys. I love boys. My father is my hero, and so I'm doing all I'm doing with the boy child in mind. Absolutely, and that's where we are balancing it here. We're going to balance it. Maybe the second school that I'll build will be a boys' school. But we are balancing it because I am trying to put the values that God made a man and a woman, and they are both very, very important. They don't have to do the same things, but whatever they do, complement each other. It's that complementation that would make human beings greater than animals. We have many projects we are going to do involving the boy child. We are also involving, for example, last 2 years ago, we had a Christmas for the widows in the area. We are planning one for single parents. We can't remove ourselves from the society and the needs that are in the society. And in doing these events, I'm teaching the girls to care. The trajectory of what we are inputting in our girls, number 1 is a thinker. Number 2 is a critical thinker. Number 3 is one who loves education and discovery. One who loves evidence. One of the privileges of education is to look for evidence before you say, before you do. And I'm sure most of you, that's why you are here. That's why you are taping this, because you want evidence, you want the voice. And the education-wise, I want them to be leaders in the nation, because we have the best CBE program ever in this country. And very soon, you'll be writing about us. The other thing is that we have trained the teachers. And the teachers have been trained not just in how to deliver proper quality education, but how to understand this philosophy and tie it together with CBE values. Secondly, we want women that are leaders. My father was an amazing man with a vision, but my mother did not have a right of decision making. I want women that have a right of decision making, who will contribute to the community, who will be valued by their husbands, their community, their families, and the society at large. I'm looking for entrepreneurs. We don't have any jobs with the government. We have to be job creators. And these women will be taught how to create jobs, because that is something you cannot take away, that we can be innovative and create jobs. AI is coming, and it's going to take a lot of jobs for people that rely on a job. But these girls will know what are the jobs that AI is spoiling, what are the jobs that don't need machinery, so that we can specialize in them. And so the girl that is coming from here in 3 years will be able to go to the university very easily. And when they come out of the university, they'll be able to be entrepreneurs, leaders, good wives, good mothers. Because if you have a vision, nobody else can implement your vision. But I can help them. Together as a team, we can implement this vision. If I don't give them the philosophy of the school and the training of this of what I'm asking them to do in a practical way, not in a degree form. Most of my teachers are well qualified. They have degrees. They are experts in their subjects, but the delivery, so that the girl herself will be competent, is what we are doing together. And my experience allows them to benefit from that. It's the bearer of the vision. The vision was born here. It's because of this place that I am who I am. It's where the roots are. And so now we can grow the branches. And so this is the area my father gave me as an inheritance. And I'm giving back my inheritance to the community and to the girls. This is critical. I want to thank you for this interview, but there's one thing I want to tell the world, I want to tell the Kenyans, I want to tell people wherever they are. Top of the Hill junior and senior school is still accepting applications. So if you are not sure about where you are, if you are not sure where your girl is, what education they are getting, if you have any doubts, they can bring them to Top of the Hill. It's a wonderful place, conducive to learning, with very few interruptions, if any, with qualified group of teachers, and with a philosophy and a vision that is born just for your child. Please contact us, and we have enough room for you and you and you. Thank you.
Unaona hata hiyo bana inafaa kukua hapo na hizo mamoto zao.
Their projects.
All right. So we are talking about the scaffolding.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you can use that.
And I have to say that it will be a combination of many. But I realize that, especially in maths, comes in, guided comes in, modeling comes in, especially using of examples, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So, using religion
Yes.
looks like a deliverance sermon sometimes,
Yeah.
where probably we have to be ed construction.
Yes.
If we will continue like this. But members will agree with me that is not necessarily for purposes of respecting my friend, but it is for learning from that person and implementing them.
Wonderful.
I am so glad in my heart. I keep saying, I think what we missed was heart class.
Thank you. And I'm surprised. And also that I'm doing what I'm meant to, educating educators. Because I educate educators. And to be able to do that for our own school.
We are developing a system that the school is going to apply when the hardware will be available. Because if I just look at when we started the training, and it is becoming effective, and me when I just look at the future, I'm not looking at a future where one of us will not be there. Because it's very, it's teaching like 10 learners or even 50 learners. And let me give a number of 10, something, and it's already gone to something else. But me, I remain here. There is a question I have here, I want to ask, I can't ask. You always remain there thinking, and the classes are going on. So maybe these two.
We are waiting for
Usijifunike sana mama. Oh, you guys are brilliant.
That's brilliant.
So,
This is copper. Copper. You need a student to be there. Gold.
no.
No.
Usisonge hivi, songa hivi. Ingia hapo. Angalia tena mama. Sasa sisi. Kama unaonyesha kitu.
One is too keen. Concentration is.
Kujeni tu.
Even there was supposed to be a batteries up there.
Finya tena. Hasiba.